Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Look at that picture of that water. Mine is comfort. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors fast. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Remember the four pillars, family. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink heavyweight ounces. Culturally appropriate diet, but hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. What's up, Miss Virgo? How you doing today? Great to see you. Great to see you. Want to make sure I'm getting all of the family up because, you know, of course, once again, Brother Hot Tim is running late. Didn't sleep late. Got in the hot tub. Couldn't get out. I don't know if everybody know how. I'm a Pisces, man. That water does something to me. I said, man, I ain't even in a hurry right now. I ain't even in a hurry. So I started the show a couple of seconds earlier, and I had my Google News on, and I thought the Google News would turn off, but I was wrong about that prediction. So I had to shut the whole thing down and start over. Yeah, that's right. We live in that ADOS life over here, my sister. That's right. I'm in support of that. We got a couple of news articles we got to cover, as well as some regular business. You know what I'm saying? So let me go and make sure I'm sharing on all platforms that I need to share on. Sharing on all platforms that I need to share on. Let's boom. We got that. Okay. All right, family, listen. Go back to my chat. Make sure my chat on YouTube. Well, my chat is working on YouTube because Ms. Virgo hit me up. Thank you for hitting me up. All right, family, as usual, like I find out what's going on with Gye-Nyame Journey, hit us up on our e-course. See what's going on. Learn to speak the lingo. You know what I'm saying? That language. Check out our e-course. Free e-course. It's free. It's free. You can also hit us up and check out the merch. Oh, the computer is kind of predicting what I want to do. That's interesting. Let's move a little bit faster for us today, fam. Alright, boom. Send that merchandise up. Then last but not least, y'all can hit up that tip jar. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, now you gonna slip. Alright, y'all slipping now. Also, y'all can hit the cash up there. And also, remember, fam, we have the G&J Mall popping off this weekend. The G&J Mall popping off this weekend at 3500 Refugee Road. That's the Millennium Community School. We'll be up in there from 12 to 6 p.m. Come through and network with the family. This is a cultural stabilizing event. So come on out as we meet each other, we talk with each other, and really start to learn about each other, as well as be able to support the community by supporting the vendors. All right? So make sure that your face is in the place. I'm looking forward to meeting some of y'all and also talking to those that we already know. Let's get to some of this news, some of this stuff I've been finding. Hootsuite is currently experiencing intimate issues with adding Instagram accounts. Team, come on, Hootsuite, y'all be slipping and charging. You charge such a pretty penny. All right, they say CNBC, y'all ready? Y'all might not like what I got to say here. To retire at 65, millennials will need to save nearly half of their paycheck. Let's go on and look a little bit into this. This was published on October 23rd. I think that was yesterday. Yeah. To retire at 65. If you think the standard recommendation of putting 15% of your paycheck towards retirement is impossible to achieve, get ready for an even bigger hurdle. At least one retirement expert thinks that number should be much higher. Millennials should aim to set aside nearly half of their income for the future. According to Olivia S. Mitchell, professor of insurance risk management and business economics and public policy, and executive director of Wharton Pension Research Council at the University of Pennsylvania. That sounds official. Yeah. If you want to live off even half of your final salary in retirement, you need to save 40% of your income over the next 30 years. All right. I ain't going to continue reading that. I just want to know who out there could do that shit. And what type of... How many of y'all, who could do that? Is anybody in the chat that could do that? I mean, I'm gonna put up let's just say 40%. 40% of your income. You could just go and just save it. Anybody? No, it's quiet out there. Wonder why. All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to have Hold on. We having, oh, come on. We're having the African dance party for our youth and families from 3 to 6 p.m. Over is during the mall. Bring your moves. Each one teach one. Wear your traditional African attire or dress as iconic ancestors. Historian, queens, kings, scientists, activists, etc. Come on out and enjoy yourself. Come on out and enjoy yourself. All right, I heard a lecture by Kara Swing yesterday. Pretty good lecture. So there was a case that I was reading about yesterday in the Washington Post. I don't want to use my, you only get 3 of those. And I don't want to use it. But the case is a crab brewery. Well, let's see. All right, hold that down over there. I don't know his DNA. Crab brewer manager says he can't confirm black employees' race and discrimination lawsuit. Family, please understand, right? Please understand, right? So the case is that a black employee of a almost all-white brewery company is stating that he's been harassed, and they're using the fact that they don't know that the man is black. So they don't know what he's talking about. Please understand. This, like, for example, with this whole case with the 1866 in Byron Allen, you know what I'm saying, where you have to be able to prove, they're moving to make it so that you have to prove without a shadow of a doubt. Attending the Black Agenda meeting Saturday in Washington, D.C. No, I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be here doing our marketplace here. But anyway, if you got to be able to prove without a shadow of a doubt that is racism. And right now, this company is using that piece by just saying they don't even know the man is black. They don't got his DNA to prove that he black. They don't know, he might just be a dark white guy, because we all the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, blood and DNA, small, subtle differences and stuff like that. When it comes to economics, big ass difference. You know what I'm saying? Because the politics around here is big ass difference. We got to be clear about that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to make sure that until everything is supposedly leveled out, that we have the protections under law. See, if we were receiving the protections we were supposed to be receiving, this would not be happening. Hell, if we got the reparations we needed, this would not be happening. You know why? Because we will own the goddamn brewery. But hey, I'm just saying. Hell, just get the line of protections down. You know what I'm saying? But hey, here's how to escape your ADOSness. Just 3 simple steps. Of course, no reparations. A man who interviewed over 150 millionaires says getting rich boils down to perfecting a 3-step formula. 3-step formula, and you will be rich. I'm gonna leave that one for you to read. Go ahead. Just go on and read it. You know what I'm saying? It's like in so many ways people be trying to escape. Can't escape this. It's going to take direct action from us. Direct action, direct pressure in order for us to get things the way that we need to get it. Hell, they just told you the millennials got to save 50% over the next 30 years just to be able to live, just to be able to live. Now I want y'all to think about that. What do that mean for young black people? Hell, I'm not even a millennial. I can't put away 50% of what I earn. Man. So we, advisory group recommends creation of a civilian review board for Columbus Police. that's one of the demands from the ADOS community in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? So that's being hijacked. You know, so you come with good ideas. You know they're good ideas because people be like, I'm taking that. Taking it. The have-nots of the world are over the wealth gap. So there's riots all over the place right now. I mean, y'all see what's going on in Hong Kong. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and last, before we get into our libations, into our toast, now, y'all hear about this stuff going on with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trump's audacity is just incredible to me. I can't do nothing but laugh. But anyway, so the Republicans storm a private meeting, right? I mean, break all types of laws. I mean, they don't mention that. Break all types of laws, bust in that motherfucking place, bring cell phones into a secure area, make a secure area unsecure now because they are able to break the laws. And I just want justice. You know what I'm saying? I want the same punishment for them as if it was Pookie breaking up into that room. Well, how much time would Pookie get? You understand what I'm saying? It ain't even that I'm for Democrats or for Republicans. You know what I'm saying? I just want justice to roll. You know? I don't understand sometimes. I really don't understand sometimes. The audacity. The audacity. Man. They just walk up in there. And President like, you should defend me a little bit harder. You're not defending me. You're not a friend of me. You're not defending me. Y'all, they're killing me, so it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, so family, I thought I would share some of that with you. Tonight, I'm gonna try to stay working as late as I can because y'all know if I get off too early, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Your Pookie getting shot of life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting up here like, yo, it's just ridiculous. So, all right, tonight. So we're going to move to day 87. All right, cool. Yeah, we're going to move to day 87. We are pulling from Gye-Nyame Journey workbook, Tribal Quotes. All right? And we will be discussing day 87. He dares to be a fool. That is the first step in the direction of wisdom. That's from a James Hunniker. He dares to be a fool, and that's the first step in the direction of wisdom. James Hunniker. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. That's Mohandas Gandhi. To believe in something and not live it is dishonest. That's a pretty good one there. You cannot sit on the road to success. If you do, you will get run over. That's anonymous. So that's one of the rare ones that I got that I don't have from Africa, somewhere in Africa. You cannot sit on the road to success, for if you do, you will get run over. All right, so tonight at 9 p.m., we will be discussing those proverbs. Those are the three. So you go and get studied up and get your words and all prettied up and stuff so that you come on out and join the conversation. So let's go on and let's pour these libations. All right, let me see. Oh, I see you out there, Mr. Shaka. I see you out there, Mr. Kwame. Great Ujamaa to each and every last one of you. And I want you to know that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Eating up all my bird food and you ain't gonna sound off right. This is the Heart of a Simple production. And right now, this is the Daily Toast. I am your host, Brother Hot Tim. And we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Yeah, that's so that we can go on and handle it. We're going to handle it. Let's see. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose, call that ancestor, call that creator, my fault. Whatever name you choose, call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator and we say, Ashe. Alright, cool. From there, family, where do we go? We go to our list of ancestors. Get everything lined up. Alright. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvar Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L. No More Exapet, Mara, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamau, the Farmer, Ella Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, and Anthony, Ron Coleman. Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Lexter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Rain Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keach Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Southern Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, here to Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lippany Hall, Freeman Banks, Domain, Marshall P. Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bester Johnson, Adela Bester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Adam Mattel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Anna Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Rena Triggs, Marinetta Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dylan Aries, Gina Roop Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, Elder B.C.G. Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Barry Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFritis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanner, Barry Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Suanne Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robertson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. Reverend Roosevelt Word the First. Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Baraka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Ann Becker, Alexander Arthur, Arnold Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker. Woo! Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cordetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Elvis Miley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Elton Houston, Led Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Mark Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Charlie Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, Chakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Alvin, Marjorie Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grosson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Alright, we move on. We got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Better Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damien Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Reagans, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Michelle McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Shanae Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al Lauty, Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T.Lar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damone, and Ethel Marshall. We also have Steve Dougie Shelton. Steve Dougie Shelton. Steve Dougie Shelton. We raise our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Y'all know where we go. From here, we move to the present moment. We are in the shining light of Ujamaa. Why do y'all keep doing that to me? And we want to give a round of applause to our Ujamaa babies. We just had on Coochie Chocolate at Night, we had one of our Ujamaa babies come on and do. She did a presentation that she's going to present at the TEDx conference, and I want to thank y'all for listening in and showing her support. So shouts out to all of the Ujamaa babies. All right, so for those. We want you to activate your reticular formation, and we want to seek our principle. The principle we're seeking today is Ujamaa. I want you to hunt it down. We don't want to hurt it. We want to capture and release. We want to take pictures. We want to weigh it, see how it's prospering in the community, and release it back out in the community. If you want to, you can put a tracker on it so that you can check on it next week so we can see the status of it. How's it growing in our community? For those that don't speak the language, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. So we're going to be looking for cooperative economics going on in our community. Also, the demonic principle of reciprocity is also the principle of the day. Gratitude is what we teach the young people at the school, and that's through the M7. The color is green, as you can see by the green Gye-Nyame. Polarity is the Hermetic law. Male name is Ja, and female name is Ja. So once again, giving them a round of applause. I know my computer got a virus now. They say a great iPhone 11 for just $1. Should I click? All right, here we go. We raise up our glass and we salute this moment, because in this moment is all our power. We keep our pact with our past. We keep our promise to our future generations by handling our business in the moment. So we raise our glass and we say Ashe. We move on to our future generations and we toast them in advance, and we want them to know that we are thinking about them and we're laying the foundation for them so that they will be able to build their pyramids to greatness. We lift up our glass to our future generations and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to all of our relations, and we toast all of our relations and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, where do we go? Where do we go? From all our relations, we go to that selfish toast. Family, this is for you and you alone. What do you need in this moment, right now, to move towards a greater you, move towards the better you? Right now, in this moment, lift up our glass, we say Ashe. From there, family, I want to salute the most magnificent, marvelous, outstanding, the wisest, the strongest, the bravest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you, Daily Toasters. To you, yeah, don't be shy, don't be shy. Let's give them a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Healing ourselves by recognizing our ancestors and remembering some of the beautiful things that was passed on to us, and calling on and remembering names, you know what I'm saying, that everybody want us to forget. We just supposed to forget who we come from and what we came through. But here at Gye-Nyame Journey, we say hell no, right? Because hell for an African is being forgotten, so how could you ever condemn your own people to that? All right, so family, we're going to lift it up. I told you, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, Ket In. I hope y'all been checking out the newsletter. Nobody done wrote me anything about the newsletter. Nobody said nothing about the newsletter. I hope y'all got the newsletter. Damn, it got to be the court. Oh my God. Woo. Peace, fam.